Alright guys, welcome to another episode of MGC. I know I've been gone a bit, it's Ramadan, fasting, bunch of other stuff going on, but wanted to throw you guys a quick video today here with my Land Cruiser80 series. And there's a bunch of work that I have done to this vehicle that I've not filmed all of it, but we have made a lot of progress that I wanted to do to get this car to sort of showroom condition. So as you know, there was a bunch of work we did, from paint work all the way up to engine work, fuel filters, spark plugs, fresh oil, new drive belts, and the car is running really nicely now. But I did carry on a bit of extra work. If you had seen some of the first videos, you knew that I had mentioned that I had a swivel hub, the left swivel hub. Basically the seal had gone, so we were throwing out some grease, and it's not so good to drive with that for a long time, and I don't know how long the vehicle was operated in those conditions. So I did get a kit, and I did get that removed and replaced, and I'll show you some clips of that right now. To another episode of MGC. Today we're doing a bit more work on my Land Cruisers, actually the Land Cruiser80 and the Land Cruiser100. Basically for the 80 we've got the rear stabilizer bushes and the front stabilizer bushes, which are 2 each. I've also got a swivel hub kit because, as I mentioned, the swivel hub, one of the seals is gone, and so it's just chucking grease all over the left wheel. So we're going to do that as well. We've got stabilizer links and bushes for the 100 series, and we've also got a torsion bar adjustment for the 100 series. So both my Land Cruisers after this should be driving much better. So let me show you what we're getting up to. We'll use this moly grease to repack that swivel hub. So this is what I have. Also purchased a brand new battery. The previous one was dead, so we've gone for Amaron this time. Should be good. So basically the diagnosis of my 100 series is that the front is sitting a bit low. So we're going to put some new stabilizer link bushes, and also the front is sitting a bit low because the torsion bar needs an adjustment. So we're going to get that done as well. Basically this front side, we should get a bit more clearance once we adjust that torsion bar. So let's see how that does. Should improve my ride as well. Right now the ride is sitting a bit low in the front, and probably causing more pressure on the hydraulic shocks. So we want to do that adjustment today. So as you can see, the seal is on this side that we want to replace. You can see the grease is being thrown all over the place. So we want to get the seals replaced on this hub and repack it with some moly grease. As you can see, it's being thrown around everywhere. Here's our CV. You can see a lot of grease and mixture of oil. We've got an inner seal over there that we need to replace, and stabilizer bar bushings and a bunch of other things. So work is ongoing over here, and I'll keep you posted. Alright, so as you saw those clips, we got through a bunch of work. Actually, what happened when we took out the hub, the left hub, we found out that yes, we needed to replace the seal, but also we had an inner axle seal that was our main issue. That's what was leaking, and so we had to get that done. So I got the part for that, and I also got the front stabilizer bushes and the rear stabilizer bushes and a few link bushes. And I must say that makes the car so much more smoother now, a lot less shock coming into the cabin, and actually surprised me a lot. When I first got into this vehicle, I thought, I guess this is how the 80 series is. It's a bit rough, but as soon as I repaired that swivel hub, got the fresh bushes in, this vehicle is performing so well, and it's so smooth. So I'm quite impressed with that. And I'll just take you through the quick interior right now. Show you, I have been maintaining it, I have been fabric cleaning it and all the good stuff. So here's how we're looking so far. So of course, as you know, 80 series comes with the fabric seats. I haven't done anything specific, haven't added any kind of leather seat covers or anything like that. I've tried to leave this car stock. As you know, also when I bought the car, we didn't have an original steering wheel, so I went up, I got a used steering wheel. The horn functions well, and I of course put in one of my leather covers. But 80 series interior, how about this? Now, don't, forgive me for the matte. I know the matte is not ideal, but it does help with the sun, considering the 80 series gives you such a large windscreen. So I'm happy to have done that, and I have ordered a proper dash mat, so that's coming soon, and we'll have that sorted. So let me just start the car for you real quick, and you can hear how this is sounding, and then I want to let you hear that brand new exhaust. That brand new exhaust that I have got into this vehicle. One more thing I wanted to talk about is tires, of course. What are you guys running on your 4x4s? With my Land Cruiser Cygnus, my 100 series, basically, it's a stock tire, right? And I've always sort of stuck to as close as I can get to stock for my Land Cruiser Cygnus. So basically, that car is running a 275/60 R18. You know that the 100 series bumped it up to an 18-inch rim to fit those bigger brake calipers and whatnot. But I've always wanted a 16-inch rim, a fat, thick tire on that 16-inch rim, and finally I do have it. So if I show you this right here, as you can see, we've got a deep digger and Antares sort of tire, and some really funky rims as well. So this is a big tire. It's not a 35-inch, it's not a 315, it's actually a 285/75 R16, which I think functions really well on the Land Cruiser 80 series. So if you've got an 80, 285/75 R16 is the tire to go for. And it's very smooth. I don't have any complaints. This vehicle is one of the few vehicles that can handle a bigger tire so well with zero scrubbing. 285 fits on here with zero scrubbing. I've got no lift or any funky suspension on this vehicle. We've got stock shocks and springs. So, no lift kit yet. And I'm not really looking for one at the moment. I think the vehicle is performing pretty well, so we'll see about that in the future. But this vehicle looks pretty mean and has quite a presence as it is already. So alright guys, so I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video as we continue on this Land Cruiser 80 series that I have. As you guys know, I did have a Benz Revival series, but we're moving on now to the Land Cruiser 80. I must say, going on 3-4 months of owning this car, I must say it still gives me that rush. It's got such a unique character. A lot of people think you've got a 100 series, what's the point of an 80 series? But it's just, I guess sometimes you just have that urge, right? As a man, and knowing the legend that is the Land Cruiser 80 series, watching 4x4 Australia and watching all the episodes and watching Sean Whale of 4x4 24/7, and his 80 series, and you just grow to love these vehicles. And once I got it, once I experienced it, I realized that it's like a modern vehicle. Once you get the little things done, the bushes, and make the ride smoother, man, this car performs really well. Ice cold AC, you got a great Sony sort of double din system over here, and this car is perfect, especially for Nairobi, where some of our roads are so terrible, and potholes here and there. this vehicle just owns the road and has no issues whatsoever. And as I mentioned in previous videos, it's a well spec'd out 80. You know, you got air conditioning going all the way to the back. These fabric seats are still nice and soft, so everything's good with this vehicle.